Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Volunteers' return team will have that offense backed up. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred. Because it's a rivalry game, they keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Off the play fake. Right down the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Vols decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the returner goes down. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will take the field for the 1st time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
On the run, it's Parrish. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. We had a barn burner the last time these 2 teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these 2 bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown Bulldogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown. touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they'll pin their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Casey. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry up. Off-play action on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he could not get loose on the run.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was
open runway ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll try the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Georgia!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pocket starts to collapse. Makes the grab on the left. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Vols are in the hurry up. To the ground, he's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through its progression.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. From from the gun on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking for space, it's Casey. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Pressure coming. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him. Got him to the goal.
No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. The give from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He'll try it again. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll run for it on 4th down. The Bulldogs get it past the sticks.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the game.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the red zone, looking for a man. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Dances away. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the Jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Vols will kick it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Offense getting set for first down. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense snatches it, and they've reversed the field. Flying out to the left. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Toss to the outside. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. To the ground to try to move the chains. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
From the gun, the running back has it. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The toss to the outside. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. The give to the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you can throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And the Volunteers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on second down. Going for it all. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 21 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got room at the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Trying to get the edge on the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Casey. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield. You're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline asking for another deep shot opportunity.
Coming at him, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They move the tight end all over. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively and try to have success on 3rd down?
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Vols! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give out of the gun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
He lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for room, it's Casey. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Vols in the hurry-up.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll throw it on 1st down, using the quick game. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. the gun. The inside handoff to the running back. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Quick release by the QB. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he got loose, it was all over. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Frost. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Vols want to move quickly.
They've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
On second down, just keeps firing. Makes the grab. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
At the 35, he's open. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Corners are going to bail. He wants to pass it on second down. They're trying to get to it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires downfield. It's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he makes the grab, but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. They're going to throw it again. Looking for the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
70 seconds left, and they line up for this all-important onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And the Bulldogs get enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.